Hello, welcome back to my corridors. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my corridors. I'm gonna make a follow-up to the last concert story time I made for Judas Priest and Cannibal Corpse, because there was a couple things that I missed, and honestly I shouldn't have kind of forced myself to make that video because I missed a lot of good details. And Ivy's awake, she was like just getting up, and I even made a list and I just dropped my phone. So yeah. Hey sweet pea, what you doing, huh? She's so tired. Yeah, sorry for bothering you, sweet pea. Yeah, she's okay. I think right now she's just kind of tired. Yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna sit on the ground because the lighting is way better. So yeah. And I have my list and I was drinking my coffee, so I'm okay. Anyway, at the Municipal Waste Show, so I didn't know this, until I saw them at their live shows. They'll throw trash cans into the crowd and people like throw them around, and it's actually pretty funny. Yeah, this really is a literal municipal waste band, and that's just hilarious. So yeah, so their singer ended up grabbing a trash can and started digging in the trash can on stage. And later on during the set, he gets up to the microphone and says, "Shout out to whoever threw up in the trash can." I'm like, oh, somebody threw up? Oof. So yeah, I guess apparently somebody threw up in those trash cans. But yeah, that's cool that they throw trash cans into the crowd when people are watching municipal waste. So yeah, that was a first for me, but it was kind of funny. Actually, it was hilarious because the throw up in the trash can I won't forget. During the end of Cannibal Corpse's set, like George Corpse Grinder Fisher was like throwing the sets and stuff into the crowd. Somebody like threw some stuffed animals up onto the stage and he caught them because y'all probably know he likes to collect stuffed animals and donate them, and I think that's really sweet, and that's why he plays those claw crane machines. I really need to get a tripod. One day I will. But so me and Derek were trying to get his attention and get him to throw stuff at us, and I even yelled "Fuck the Alliance!" reference to World of Warcraft. I guess he didn't hear me because he didn't turn around. So yeah, no, I guess I wasn't loud enough, but it's okay. Maybe next time. But yeah, I thought maybe that would get his attention because I was the only one who said it. But yeah, but that's okay. When I saw Judas Priest, they played the song Giants in the Sky, and that's like a tribute to like a bunch of like metal musicians who have passed away. Um that's one of their newest songs. It was on their newest album. They had like a slideshow of like musicians who have passed, like Ronnie James Dio and Lemmy and even Jill Janis from the band Huntress, which I was surprised to see. Um her story is so sad. She died in 2018, I think, and she died by suicide, which hurts knowing that, because I'm sure a lot of us here can understand and relate to that, because that's just really sad. They had maybe Janis Joplin too, and they had Randy Rhoads and even Taylor Hawkins. But I was surprised to see that Ozzy was not on that slideshow. And I was very surprised to see that he was excluded. I didn't see him anywhere in the slideshows, unless I just totally missed it because I was depressed that day. I just didn't see him and I was shocked. But I think it's because they actually used that slideshow before he died. So by the time like they used that slideshow at Hellfest, I think, and as far as I'm aware, like they even used it before. So by the time they used that, Ozzy was still alive. So I think that's maybe why it's just a little outdated, and they just accidentally forgot to include him. So I don't think it was intentional that they excluded Ozzy. But anyway, that's just my opinion. I don't see why they would purposely do that, unless they're Roger Waters, and I hate him. But I think we all do. But anyway, no. But I think that's cool that they included like Jill Janis, like, because I never see people like mention her. Let me know in the comments if y'all like the band Huntress. I hadn't listened to them in a long time. I'll probably like listen to them again. But yeah. Alright, the last one I know is a quickie. I was sitting next to an older guy at Judas Priest. Like, it was at an actual amphitheater. It was huge. But no, I was sitting next to this older guy. He looked to be in his 50s and 60s. He's been into metal since like way back in the day. And he was telling me that, he's loved metal ever since, but he's never heard of Corrosion and Conformity. So I explained the band a little bit to him. Yeah, no, they were a great opener. I just wish I had gotten there earlier, but it is what it is. Maybe one day I'll see him again because I wouldn't mind. So I explained a little bit to Corrosion of Conformity to him, and I kind of educated him, and he thought that was cool. But yeah, no, I'm surprised he had never heard of Corrosion because they've been around for a while, and this seems to be like an older guy who like really loves metal. So I'm just shocked, but it's okay. I'm glad to educate people. And I chatted with him about different bands and I showed him my battle vest. I love talking to random people at shows. I like getting to know like other metalheads and knowing what they like, seeing what they have in common with me, see what they like differently, see who like, I want to know who they've seen in concert and I want to share my concert experiences and I just love getting to know people at shows. But anyway, all right, I know that's it. That was a little quickie. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm glad to do a little follow-up. I'm just I'm in a better headspace and I am feeling better, and hopefully as time goes along I'll feel like way better. My next major concert thankfully is going to be here in Jackson. I don't have to drive so far. It'll only be 20 minutes away, maybe less than. I'm going to go see the Melvins at Dueling Hall, and I was surprised to know they're coming to Jackson. But yeah, no, I'm pretty happy about that, and I'll be seeing them a second time. So yeah, that'll be my second time seeing Melvins, so that's going to be cool. But anyway, that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, whatever. I'll see y'all later, and stay metal.